Do it now.
Do it.
There.
Kill me. I'm here.
Hola, everybody, and welcome. Sci-Fi Sunday, guys. And today I'm joined here by my good friend, Marty, Trash Picture Show. My other good friend, Souls Trenchcoat, a.k.a. Trenchy. My other pal right below me, Art, fucking Art, guys. And my good friend, far right corner, Jen and Christopher, a.k.a. Yeah, welcome, guys. Tonight we are talking about bad movies that suck, but we love them anyway, just because they suck. How's it going, guys?
It's going.
It is, in fact,
good. So, I guess open-ended question, guys. Bad movies? Anything you want to mention right now?
The Never-Ending Story.
The movie's good.
But that doesn't stop.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
No, it's kind of cheesy.
The second one sucked.
Yeah, the second
one sucked. The first one was cheesy. Yeah. I like the first one. That's the point.
Ah, okay. So
the thing is, movies that suck that we like, right? That was the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say it sucks, but no, cool. If you think it sucks but you like it, that counts. It's your.
It doesn't really suck if I like it. I'm just saying. Someone else go first, for God's sakes.
Okay. I'll take the bullet. The AVP movies. I like both. I acknowledge the second one is absolute fucking shite. But as a fanboy, I'm like, oh, they got the Pred Alien. Oh, they got Utani. Oh, they got all this cool shit from the other movies. Like, it's essentially fan service, the movie. The first one is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Aliens, and the other one is Dawson's Creek versus Alien versus Predator. But I find them fun. They're shite. Particularly the second one are shite, but I just find them fun. But as a fanboy, I'm like, it's probably like with people with Star Trek 5. Like Star Trek 5.
I agree with the Indiana Jones one.
Yeah.
I like that one, sad to say.
I like the second one as well because it's gory. They brought gore into it. But that's
Valerian.
what I was going for. That and the wolf, the design of the Predator in that one is cool as well. Because he doesn't look like he's wearing American football gear. But yeah, that's my contribution thus far.
All right. Trench, shitty movie you love.
Well, there's a movie by Phil Mullen called The Creep about classic Universal monsters, but they get brought back as dwarfs, and they have to kidnap a virgin, and this woman gets turned on by this old book, and the guy playing Dracula is actually really good. Like, he's a really good actor, but just everybody else in the movie sucks, and it's beautiful. And there's a fat scientist who gets bitched around by Dracula.
Very
classic.
Cool.
Classic.
Oh, we got DMC in the comments saying Critters 3 for him.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the one with Leo.
Yep, that's the one with DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's the Easter one.
Yeah.
No, Easter's
that one's so bad.
Yeah, Three's the one that just has
the second one, the Easter one, is pretty shitty too, but I like it. I like Critters 2.
I love Critters 2 is great.
But it is legit a bad movie. Jen, question, guys. Shitty movies you'd like to put up for discussion.
Let's see. What about you?
I'm a connoisseur of garbage. This is hard for me. I'm a connoisseur of garbage.
This would be good for you.
I guess I'll get this one out of the way right away because it's a classic amongst this group. I agree with what, as Trenchy always says, Mac and Me is better than E.T.
Yes!
It's a classic.
Yes!
Mac and Me is great. Horrible, but it's great.
Jenny, you letting that boy smoke crack again?
No, Marty, they throw a kid in a wheelchair off a cliff, and the alien saves his life. Like, what did E.T. do? Not that. He didn't help handicapped children. He helped able children.
E.T. got Elliot drunk in school and got him to kiss the fucking babe, dude. You don't know.
Yes, but Mac and Me has a
I don't care. And they
front
freed
of
the
us.
frogs. They freed the fucking frogs.
Fuck the frogs.
Fuck the
There's
frog.
shootouts and there's a McDonald's dance scene.
I
Mac
will
and
admit
Me.
it was funny when the aliens stole the coke and tipped the
Trench said
woman
fuck
off
the frogs,
in the
not
back
me.
of the car.
For the record.
Let's see, do I have any? What's a movie I really like that's bad, Sparky?
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn. It's not a good movie, but I always end up watching it. There's something to that movie. There's something good about that movie
I
eventually.
wouldn't call it a turkey though. I wouldn't
Would
call
you?
it-
Most people
I
would.
would.
Most people hate that movie.
I like it.
I do too. I like it's not good, but there's something to it. I don't know. Somewhere in that movie there's a good movie in it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also Freddy versus Jason, I've been told sucks.
But that's a decent movie, though. I wouldn't call it a turkey.
I've
That's
heard people
fun.
say it. And,
It's
I saw that in the theater. It's
not
okay.
that bad. It is maybe it is a bad movie, but I mean it's not really. I wouldn't call it a turkey either.
The Jason in that one sucks, though. There could have been a better Jason in it. Just a tall, weird Frankenstein-looking fucking. No, that's not it.
Compared to what came before it, I mean, it's not fucking. We're not talking about a series of fucking, Shakespearean fucking stories here. So you can't really say it's bad.
I suppose you have a point there. What about you?
Like
Besides
I said,
Mac and Me.
Mac and Me, I'm sure there's other ones we'll go over that'll come to me, but
Oh yeah. Recently we watched this on Watch Along, and it absolutely, without question, is the turkey. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Love it. But I love it. So much love for that movie that we got Torgo in the friggin' thumbnail for this video, which
Hell yeah.
you got Torgo. Torgo's a star, guys. He's a star.
gotta love Tori.
Definitely a turkey. Definitely pretty bad. I also have on this list The Happening, which is number 2 on my list. Which
Oh my god.
I actually like The Happening in an unironic way.
Yep.
Trench, this is your chance to say Scream 3.
Oh yeah.
Fucking piece of shit movie.
Jen, do you like hot dogs? Because hot dogs get a bad rap.
They do
They're
get
filled
a
with
bad rap.
nutrition
That's
and
true.
protein.
I don't think it's as bad as you people think it is. I think, and they said it was supposed to be
That's
funny.
bullshit. That is such bullshit.
That is. Oh,
I will never believe anybody saying that was supposed to be a comedy from the start.
Fuck that movie. Fuck
That-
that movie with a
was
fucking...
unintentionally a funny movie. You got John Leguizamo looking like he's had a stroke.
it's not
You got-
as bad. I went to the theater and I was like, this isn't terrible. I'm not like a huge Shyamalan fan either. It's not that.
It's because you have the hots for Wahlberg.
Well, yeah, there's that. I don't think it's bad.
Bingo.
Christian, what should I tell you about making sure your mother doesn't have alcohol left stashed around the house?
It helps with my headaches, Marty. It helps with my headaches.
Does she ever call you Wahlberg when you, Marty?
No.
Sometimes on accident?
No.
No, you're supposed to go, what? No.
What?
No.
No.
Hey, Donkey. How you doing, Donkey? Hey, how you doing? Hey.
So how do your mother call me?
Fuck you all. It's not that bad of a movie. Fuck you all.
I like the hot dog guy.
If I gave you a penny a day and I doubled it every other day, how much money would you have?
$1?
I'm really worried about your relationship.
Ethel, you just reminded me of actually my favorite turkey of all fucking time.
Oh no.
Super Mario Brothers. I love the Super Mario Brothers.
Hell
movie.
yeah.
But everybody loves that. Is it really a turkey? Because
Yes.
a lot of
Oh,
people
yes, it
love that
is.
movie.
Oh, that is a turkey of a
Monkey.
Monkey.
Monkey. No, that movie is legit bad. It has nothing to do with what it's based on. It's got bad. It's like, all right, you got John Leguizamo as Luigi. What the fuck? You got Bob Hopkins as Mario. You got no Princess Toadstool. And you've got Daisy. And what the fuck? And like all these, why was it in a dystopian city? Like, why? That makes no sense.
What happened was the studio was like, okay, here's all this money. Hey, we're gonna hire the director behind Blade Runner to do the city, and it's like, okay.
I've got one.
Oh, what you got?
You and me love this movie, the Robin Williams, Edward Norton. Yes, a lot of people say it's one of the worst Robin Williams.
I love
Death to Smoochie. Like, we love it, but most people hate that movie.
I wouldn't say Death to Smoochie was bad. I thought that was good.
A lot of people told me that it's the worst Robin Williams film ever.
No, I love Death to Smoochie. Death to Smoochie's great.
Obviously, they haven't seen Toys.
Yeah.
That's true.
I forgot about that. I scrubbed that movie from my memory.
Toys or Death to Smoochie?
I would watch Death to Smoochie 3 times versus watching Toys once.
Yeah.
I get that.
I actually think Insomnia, that's a movie I can't stand. It's not a bad movie, but it's just definitely the weakest of Christopher Nolan's movies. And just Robin Williams is like, he's so fucking... Everyone's like, oh, he's cool as a baddie. No, you want to see Robin Williams as a good villain, check out 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, when the news came in that Robin Williams had killed himself, I was actually watching the movie RV with my kids.
No.
That is a fucking Robin Williams movie, so it was kind of weird.
Ooh.
Why does everyone ignore Insomnia when they talk about Robin Williams being bad? I prefer Insomnia over 1 Hour Photo.
It's fine. You just love
he's not he's not memorable.
Yeah.
See, I think he is more memorable in Insomnia than I think Insomnia is a better movie. I love Insomnia.
Jen, I love you, babe, but have you been drinking again?
I do. You don't think it's a good movie?
It's a fine movie, but I'm with Marty. 1 Hour Photo is better in pretty much every way.
But it has such a great cast.
Yeah, so does 1 Hour Photo.
I think it has a better cast.
You just love De Niro or Pacino.
Too much beer.
Robin Williams is scary as fucking 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, he is.
It's good, but I honestly prefer Insomnia.
I could never imagine having to take my pictures back in the day, having to take it to a person you don't know, and they just get to see all your pictures, developing them and shit.
Yeah.
And you don't know if they're sneaking to your house afterwards, like fucking Robin Williams. Like, no.
True.
It is pretty creepy. I actually used to work at Kodak. I used to work at Kodak.
Is it true that they keep a copy of all the nude photos?
No, but you get to see them. This job that they had where it was called Line Capture, and the photos, they go through this giant, and it's 30 feet long, and it's separate tanks. You've got like developer, then you've got like what the hell is it? Stop bath. Then you've got rinse. And it goes through all the chemicals, and then it comes down, and they're not cut. They're all just one big long roll of film, or roll of photo paper, and you catch it when it comes down. You put it on this spool, and as it's coming down, you can see all the pictures. Oh
yeah.
God,
Popeye is a good one. Full moon.
The things people take pictures of, it's crazy. You get pictures of like people slaughtering deer. You get pictures of people doing it. You got pictures of people's turds. What you see?
You got any dead bodies?
Sleeping bodies. Hopefully not dead. But yeah, that was one of my late night jobs I had once. But circling back, you mentioned Popeye, which also noted. Definitely, that's a bad movie. I like it. I think
solid.
Yeah, I had fun with it as well. He done a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all the characters did in that. That they had playing each person.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty good.
Well, Burgess married his father.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
I believe so.
They got like the fake prosthetic muscles for his arms after he eats the spinach. It's funny.
Yeah,
You're a bum. Sorry.
Did the best they could with bringing to life a cartoon and a comic.
He ain't no Quint, right, Marty?
No, he ain't.
No. He ain't no Quint.
So, that definitely makes the list. Here's one you guys might not consider, and I don't know if it's intentionally made to be bad or not. It's somewhat of a comedy, but I still put it in as a turkey. Space Truckers.
You've seen it, haven't you?
The classic.
I have an interesting history with that movie because I know someone who worked on it, and apparently the studio had been given a shitload of money. It was made in Ireland. I don't know if you know this. It was made in Ireland. The studio had been given a lot of money, and the guys, it was an Irish crafts crew that was behind it. And when they celebrated when they got the contract by going out and drinking about half the budget.
Nice.
Speaking of Quint a minute ago, I'd say Jaws 3 is one of them.
Yeah, Jaws 3, definitely a turkey. Do you love Jaws 3? Do you love Jaws 3?
All right, what is it?
I said, do you love Jaws 3? Or is it just a shitty movie?
Yeah. No, I like it. It's just, things go against it. Like, you can't see it in 3D now, so all the 3D just looks whack.
Yeah, it's got a lot of problems.
It's got a charm, though.
It's got that static shark puppet that doesn't move, that flies into the screen.
It's moving towards the screen, and they're all being super dramatic and slow motion, like, and it's just this steel cutout shark just like being pushed closer to the screen.
Yeah, and it's weird. And then the glass breaks, but it's not real breaking glass. It's animated broken glass.
It's awesome.
Whatever. Yes, the guy in the tunnel with the t-shirt. Sit on my face. God. Forgot about that.
I'd say Jaws 4 too.
Yeah, Jaws 4
it's
actually.
so shitty, I like it just to laugh at.
It's such a victim of bad editing, bad plot, bad acting. Fucking Jaws 4. The best thing it had going for it was Mario Van Peebles and that it was set in the tropics and looked nice.
Yeah, it did look nice.
Like it didn't have that dreary New England beach look. It had like the, oh my God, we're in the Bahamas.
Tropical vibes.
Yeah.
Love that.
I
You
would
guys
realize sharks could roar like lions.
The novelization is insane because there's a kind of backstory involving the mafia and a voodoo priest who's using the shark to kill people. It's fucking ridiculous.
Nice.
I want a voodoo shark.
like you get that mixed in, that'd be a good crossover with Child's Play, right? Child's versus
Voodoo doll versus voodoo shark. I could get behind it.
Which actually, that might be kind of a cool concept. Like you use the Damballa amulet to put somebody's soul in the shark.
Oh, okay. Here's one. Escape from LA. It's shitty. It's nowhere near as good as Escape from New York, but I still like it for some reason.
I'm with you as well, Art.
Yeah.
The scene where
When he's doing the surfing, it's just fun.
Yeah, with Peter Fonda.
Yeah.
Doesn't he play basketball in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
In the original, he has to like gladiator fight to the death, and this one it's like a basketball thing. But I like it. It's
Like, it's a bad movie. It has no reason to exist. But
it's clearly shitty.
Yeah.
Moon's with you guys too.
You get a Campbell cameo as the plastic surgeon.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you
Hey,
did.
Kelly. What's up?
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so that's definitely on the list. Here's another big name film, big sequel, makes it on the list. We already mentioned Jason Goes to Hell. We mentioned Freddy versus Jason. A lot of people hate it. Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's not that bad of a movie.
Oh, come on. Jason takes a boat to Vancouver.
It's not that bad. I realized that on a recent marathon of all the movies. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Jason
not
takes
that
a swim
bad.
to Toronto.
Yeah, it's not that bad. The title is terrible,
Okay.
but all the scenes on the boats.
I'll add Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare to that.
Now that one I can't defend. Freddy's Dead is garbage.
I
It's
like the
funny.
Looney
It's funny,
Tunes
though.
aspect.
Yeah. You can't beat Freddy as the Wicked Witch on the broom. I'll get your little soul. And just
Or when he puts the spikes under the kid and he's out of breath.
Oh yeah, that was pure Looney Tunes. That was
Power.
Yeah. No, I'm playing Power.
On the side of the spikes.
Plus, on the chalkboard in Freddy's Dead, there's a thing saying that in that timeline, Hiroshima didn't happen.
What?
Yeah, if you look on the chalkboard, they say the atomic bombs never dropped.
Okay. This is Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
Yes.
With Matthew McConaughey. Okay.
He's
The
full box
Illuminati.
legs.
You have hints of aliens. You got. Yeah, exactly. It's just.
Yeah, I unironically kind of love TCM4. That movie.
Exactly. I have 2 copies of it on DVD for a reason.
Say I own a couple as well. Yeah.
Why? Yeah. A movie
Because
so
it's
nice,
good, Marty.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
It's good. But it's crap.
I'm just moving back a second. I'm going to agree with Kelly here. It was nice to see Jason in a different setting. You know, you had him on the boat, you had him in the city. It was nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
against Carrie.
The boat setting's kind of unique and cool.
Yeah. I did like the scene in the very end when they're in the tunnels and the super unrealistic, every night at midnight, New York floods with toxic waste.
Yep.
Like, you're killing a lot of hobos every night, aren't you doing that?
Yeah, what of the chuds and the mole people?
And then beyond that, Jason transforms back into a little baby boy child thing.
Mm-hmm.
What? No, for a start, he turns into a Gumby puppet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's wild. I'm also going to put up for discussion Halloween 6, which I like, but everybody hates.
No.
Which version? The producer's cut or the regular? Exactly. That's the joke. Do you like it shitty or do you like it shittier?
Exactly.
Do you want the stones in it? Where Michael just stops walking and it's fucking stupid?
I like
Michael
the
is-
stone better, to be honest.
Say what, Trent?
I like the producer cut better, to be honest.
He stops him with a stone. What is that shit?
But in the original movie, in the original cut, they have these weird flashes that fuck with me, and they don't have the Halloween music. They have a
In
weird
the words of Loomis, no!
I know. I know.
That
shot him 6 times.
That actually was Donald Pleasant's last film appearance.
Yeah.
Evil dies tonight at some point.
Never will.
Fucking
Evil
Bring
Force
Howard-
is obvious tonight.
Oh dear. Oh, by the way, I just want to do a shout out. Corey did a great King Need Gore. He did a great review of Halloween Kills. I actually watched that the other day. So if you guys haven't seen it, check that out.
I will definitely check that out. I always enjoy Corey stuff.
Oh yeah, I just thought I'd shout that out since the Halloween Kills got brought up, which I don't want to see it. So
Need Gore. He's the boss.
Right.
Also a musician. Very cool.
Yeah, Ben. Lead pipe. What the fuck? And then Michael bleeds green for whatever reason. Like I don't understand that.
Well, he bleeds green in the flashes where he's getting beaten, but then after he's done beating him, he's just laying there and there's no blood or anything. It's just.
It's
what
weird.
They have a hard on for beating Michael down in these movies. He beats him with the pipe in that one. Loomis beats him with the 2x4. They beat him up in Halloween Kills. Like, he gets beaten a lot.
Shoot him in the head with a shotgun for fuck's sake.
Seriously. And take the mask off and make sure it's not a poor bastard paramedic that had his larynx crushed or something. Let's make sure we don't go there again.
That was one tough paramedic. He survived like getting thrown from a van. Like, what the fuck?
And getting crushed between the trees, that would have killed a paramedic. His eyes would have popped out of his head.
It would have been like when you step on a bug. He would have had the goo coming out of all ends. Not good.
Like Marty said before, it was Roy Burns. Roy Burns did all of this.
Fucking Roy Burns.
Gotta love Roy.
I was watching I wasn't watching, but Mac was watching Friday 5, and we were talking, and Roy Burns just runs through a door like Jason does, and he's a regular human. Like,
Okay,
these
I still don't
paramedics have
get
superpowers.
What is the span of time in that movie? Roy Burns' son is dead, and then it's like, yeah, I got this prosthetic fucking mask. I got all this fucking gear. I'm all fucking set to go. No. Okay, it needs to establish that he had a hard-on for Jason. Yeah, sure. He had one fucking paper clip about Jason's murder in his fucking wallet. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Took that photo.
Fuck off.
All right, so moving aside from horror and science fiction for just a brief second, we're talking bad movies. You gotta bring up The Room.
Yeah.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
So anyway, how's your sex life? Oh, hi.
Cool story.
Cool story.
Wait,
I didn't know it was you.
When confronted about it, he had initially said the movie was a drama, a kind of biopic kind of drama, and then he turned around and said, "Oh no, it's a comedy." When people started laughing, so it's like,
Look, it was weird. The character, the like teenage boy or whatever, that was like hanging around and watching them. I don't know what was going on there.
Nobody does.
I'm not sure.
Oh, hi, Johnny. Yeah, Lisa needs to be alone.
I definitely have breast
they
cancer.
dress up in tuxedos to play American football in an alleyway. Explain that fucking shit. to
Oh,
me.
hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, it's so weird because like Lisa becomes a complete slutty bitch out of nowhere in the
I know. She just fucking. He's like, I worship you, Lisa, and then she just goes and fucks like his best friend.
Yeah.
Like
He
he's
leaves his mother. Oh well, they found out.
He throws it in his face, like to the point where he just kills himself. In a scene that is so. I can't even describe the scene where he kills himself. It's just ridiculous.
It's so good.
And then the fucking the sex scene. It's just weird. Like they got that weird song, "I Am Your Rose," over and over again, and it's
We
like
have to show my ass to sell this scene. Did you ever see The Disaster Artist?
Yep.
Or James Franco make fun of it? We have to show my ass to sell this scene. What is this on this girl? A pimple? This is disgusting. I can't perform.
Well, it's what's really freaks me out every time that scene comes up is like they're on the bed. There's the rose petals, and like they roll over, and for a minute it looks like she has the nastiest, most cancerous mole on her back, and it's just a rose petal. But it freaks me out every time.
Cool story, Ethel.
Very cool story, I think. My favorite thing about The Room, my favorite thing, and I think not enough people talk about, is the fact that there was originally going to be a flying vampire car in it.
Oh yeah. Maybe Johnny is vampire.
Yeah, maybe he's vampire.
Maybe he's vampire.
Johnny does look like the love child of Dracula and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He does.
So, like, you know,
I hear what y'all say behind my back. I hear you say he looks like Dracula. Make fun of me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, maybe he is vampire has become such an in-joke with me. I fucking love the fact that there was just
he is all American dude. Maybe he is vampire.
Maybe he is vampire.
It's very strange. There's a lot of strange choices. The film it really doesn't make much sense, and it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. It's funny. I love it. But it's really bad. It's probably one of the most notorious of the modern turkeys.
They played it on Adult Swim way back in the day before people really knew what it was, as on like April Fool's Day.
Yep. That was how it's got its first bit of notoriety. That's how I first saw it.
That was before it was even famous.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
how I
what the fuck is this? Like, what?
It's bad. Another one sort of different, not science fiction, not horror, but a musical. Trenchy, you would probably like this film, even though it's really bad. Have you guys seen The Apple?
No, we have that musical.
I heard about it.
Oh my god, The Apple is so good. It's so fucking terrible.
It feels like you're having a fever dream while watching it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Christian, do you want to elaborate what the fuck The Apple's about?
Okay, so Malak
Yes,
Angola,
please.
who was running at the time, decided to make his equivalent of Gone with the Wind. It was a musical that was a retelling of the Garden of Eden story called The Apple. And it is fucking crazy. You got these this folk singing couple who are a fill-in for Adam and Eve, who signed their music soul away to a record label that's owned by the devil, of course. And then the record label takes over the world, and orgies keep happening. It just becomes and then you might be wondering, how do they solve this problem? Fucking God, in the last 5 minutes, literally just shows up and says, I'm just going to take like a few people I like from this, and we're just going to go live on another planet. You can have Earth, devil. It's fucking amazing.
Christian.
So it's almost like the end of the Bible, basically.
Yeah, basically. It's fucking, oh my God. It's so good.
Christian, this is show business in 1994.
Oh my God, yeah, The Apple's great. Weirdly though, I will stand up. It doesn't have a bad soundtrack. The songs are actually kind of good.
Yeah, they're catchy. I stick with you. I mean, obviously, I can recall them vividly, just like I watched it last night, which I didn't. It's just I haven't watched the movie in like a year, and I still recall it.
Yeah. Oh, and there's my favorite what the fuck moment of that film is once the record label takes over the world, everybody has to stop what they're doing at noon to do a song and dance musical number because it's the Bing hour. So everybody, no matter if you're doing heart surgery, you have to stop and do a musical number. It's great.
Everybody's doing the BIM.
Yep, everybody's doing the BIM. BIM is the way.
Everyone knows about the John Carpenter's Vampires, but there's a sequel to it where you fucking Bon Jovi is the main character. I'd say that one.
Yeah, that one's not great.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's pretty kitty. Speaking of
It's laughable.
bad vampire movies, modern vampires. Have you seen this, guys?
Modern vampires?
Modern vampires?
I
Modern
don't think so.
It's got the boss from Drew Carey show, Mr. Wicks, in it, and like you've got Nazi vampires, and you've got sexually transmitted vampirism, which is really weird.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm into that.
It's weird. It's a bad movie. I saw it on Cinemax back in the day, and I was
If
just
you
like,
think about it, that's how it would work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be a bite. Working anyway.
Why is Mr. Wick an evil vampire lord? Why? And where's Drew Carey in this movie? But there's that one. I put that up. Gotta go with another one that's really cheesy. Christian, I know you know this one. Rotor.
The greatest Christmas movie ever made.
Rotor's a Christmas movie?
It technically is not, but I watch it every year on Christmas, and I know a bunch of other people who also do this. So somehow that movie just became a Christmas
Is it some kind of Netflix accident? Like how the Babadook ended up under the LGBT genre.
Maybe, I don't know. I think like HBO or some station played it a lot in December for a while, so maybe that's why. Because I know that's how I.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, in case you're wondering, Trenchy, there was a mistake when the Babadook first went on Netflix. Instead of going under the category of horror, it went under LGBT. And kind of, it took its own meme because lots of people now at like gay pride kind of marches and festivals and stuff dress as the Babadook.
Yep.
Sexy Babadook.
I've never seen it, but I know what it's about, and that should not be representing any gay community or anything.
Everybody knows that the Babadook is non-binary.
That's true. Yeah.
I've never seen the Babadook.
It's a great movie.
Another movie I'm going to put up for discussion. I don't know if you guys have all seen this. I actually really adore this movie, even though it's very terrible. Killers from Space.
I can't say that I've seen it.
Never seen it, Ethel.
Hey!
Surprisingly, I don't think I have either.
Hello,
we got
Michael.
Michael Lipford and American Werewolf in New Jersey in the chat.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey, guys. Welcome. Okay. So basically, the premise is Peter Graves plays a fighter pilot, and he crashes his jet while flying over a nuclear test site, which, of course you're going to do that. Yeah, why not? Let's fly over the nuclear blast. It's a smart idea. Aliens find Peter Graves. They fix his heart, and they hypnotize him to go and steal secrets about the nuclear tests. And Peter Graves goes to steal the secrets, brings it back to the aliens. And the aliens are using the nuclear tests to power their facilities so that they can make giant reptiles and giant spiders, which appear as stock footage in this cave. And the aliens have big googly eyes, like they literally ping pong ball eyes, like in the Swamp Creature.
Hell yeah.
And they're all about wearing stripy belts and having bug zapper satellite dishes control everything.
Huh.
And Peter Graves busts out. And no one believes Peter Graves at all. His mission impossible.
There was a sequel to the Blair Witch Project in like 2000 or 2001 called The Book of Shadows. And it's shitty, but I like that for some reason.
I've seen that.
Okay, so I guess I admit this one. I actually like Book of Shadows better than the original movie. I kind of love Book of Shadows.
Look, Book of Shadows is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't have that kind of fun that I do with the original one. So
I don't claim that it's scary in any way whatsoever. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. It's like a live action Scooby-Doo episode, basically.
Oh, we've not covered Ed Wood Jr.
Huh. Not yet.
Oh, one of my favorite directors.
Dear God. I don't even know where to start with that. Marty's away. Christian, you wanna start off with this, or Art?
Yeah.
He's like a legend. He's one of the worst directors ever made, but he legit made some of my favorite movies of all time, and the person himself was fascinating. I guess Plan 9's probably the go-to, which, classic new film.
Gotta love Plan 9.
Gotta love it. You're stupid minds.
You got Vampira and Tor Johnson. What's not to love about it?
Yeah.
And fake Bela Lugosi.
Yes.
Yes.
Dentist Bela Lugosi.
Which I guess that's probably one of the most famous bad movies.
Yeah.
Which it's sort of got a cult status of its own just for being bad. That's the great thing about these turkeys is like they're terrible, but they're so bad they like break this element in them that would hold the normal movie back. And they achieve cult status. It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think that is exactly?
It takes what could generally be a boring or kind of run-of-the-mill premise and just fucking, I don't know, just it's like you have a very boring canvas and you just go ape shit with tins of paint and you just fucking slap whatever at the wall and see what sticks. I mean, do you know the stock footage? Some of the stock footage, even the buffalo were restless.
It seems like the more wild the concept, the better the bad movie is. You got Jesus. I got to put this up here. I know it's a kids movie, but it's still crazy, and I know everybody has seen this one. Santa Claus versus the Devil.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's the one we got to do for Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, it's for watch along. I got that on watch along. It's on my watch along list. We'll be watching that next month for sure.
I look forward to this.
Who would have Merlin and Santa, best friends working together.
The devil is defeated in the best way ever.
Yeah.
That's one of the films that K. Gordon Murray brought over to America from Mexico because he had a great cinema.
Why does his computer have giant blowjob lips? I both want to know and am horrified to find an answer to this question.
He also has slave children.
He does.
I'll tell you one thing. That fucking blacksmith he's got is sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
One big hairy fucking blacksmith, just like
Yeah.
It's weird. He's got kids from every nation, but they all seem to be the same kids, just in different costumes and makeup.
Yep.
It's like the movie could only afford to hire like 6 children. Which I don't know what the movie laws are in Mexico, but they're pretty lax. So I mean, you'd think they'd be able to get more kids than that in their film. And on the same vein, the same sort of holiday-themed wacky movies, I've also got Santa Claus Conquers the Martians in there. That's another standby.
nice.
Yeah.
That's just wacky as hell. We got Sasha in the Hey, Sasha.
I like Die Hard 2, even though most people, don't like that one. They like the first one and the third one.
I don't consider Die Hard 2 a turkey. I think that's a good companion piece to the first one.
No, I know I like it too, but most people will be like, I don't like 2. I like the first one, or I like the one with Samuel L. Jackson. Number 2, you know,
Yes.
it has some.
The Die Hard movies
That's some good
don't
stuff.
get bad, and they don't start getting bad till the 4th one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. I always thought number 2 is. Yeah, it's got stuff to offer.
And the 5th one's bad because not only is the plot stupid, but they've got the whole tired routine of the son taking over for the father and them being in the same movie and like they're working together and Bruce Willis is phoning it in. He doesn't want to be there. And
That's why it's on. That's why I put it on the list. But at the same time, it's still got a little bit of, you know.
I'd watch the 4th one more than I'd watch that 5th one, but I could see how it might be still entertaining.
Do you know what action movie I love? I really shouldn't. I love part 1. I adore part 2, and I have a soft spot for part 3. Robocop 3. Robocop 3 is fucking amazing.
That is a good one, Marty.
It's so bad. It's like I don't even.
The ninja cyborg.
What you mean the fucking ninjas didn't work? Or
You call this the glitch?
The jetpack. He's got a jetpack. There's a big story behind that. Comic book writer Frank Miller. He had worked on this parts of the story for the second one, so he was hired.
What's up, Sasha?
But he got in a fight. There was a big argument between him and Fred Decker, who you might know done Monster Squad and Night of Creeps. And later went on to write fucking The Predator and Enterprise and stuff. And it was kind of like they had an idea for a very gory, kind of nihilistic Robocop. And then Orion, I think, who were circling the drain at the time, were like, no, we need a hit. So we need to make it for a younger audience. We want a little girl who can befriend robots and shit like that. It was just, you had Frank Miller, who's notorious for doing gory shit, trying to restrain himself, and you had the guy behind Night of the Creeps, fucking trying to do an action blockbuster like Robocop, and it was a mess. But I still like it. I like the jetpack. I like the gun arm. I like he's fighting ninjas. I like the fact he steals a pitmobile. Robocop steals a pimpmobile and goes after Taggart. And it's like, it's a fun movie.
And I like how they made him kind of the rehab member squad look kind of like Nazi stormtroopers, kind of.
Oh yeah.
And they're like going through it's pretty there.
I understand at the beginning when he lets Lewis die, he could literally have caught the bullet or stepped in front of it. Why did he let her get shot?
I guess he just wasn't ready for it. The rehab people wasn't fucking around.
I don't know. It's definitely bad. You got Ed 209, loyal as a puppy. Okay.
Osmo. I love the Osmo robot. Just with its jaws and it's got the rictus grin. And
wait, is this Splatterpunk's territory?
One of them is Shane Black. One of the cops.
Shoot him in the mouth, the splatter brain.
There's director Shane Black as well. Fun fact.
No. Cyborgs eat bullets. Not tonight, he don't.
I got another bad movie up here, and I know you guys have all seen this one. Spawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've always liked Spawn.
I like it, but it's a bad movie. It sucks.
It tries, but yeah. But it does try. Michael Jai White was not bad at Spawn, though. I thought he was pretty
No,
cool.
I like that casting choice.
What, Marty? Again, it was the same as Robocop 3. You had this fucking property, which was aimed at older teens and adults, and I was perplexed because McFarlane himself was the one who decided to drop the rating to get a bigger audience, but it just absolutely fucking killed the movie. Not only that, the effects. I mean, fucking
the clown.
What did they do to my boy? They done massacred my boy. No, not clown. Clown was okay. I actually liked I
Yeah.
thought Leguizamo was good, and I thought Violator was good. But
He was because when he's just a clown, it's a lot of prosthetics,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Well, wait,
which is pretty good.
John Leguizamo actually had to be hunched over for his performance throughout the entire movie. So, like, the whole movie, he's like scrunched up in a little ball in this fat
Look,
costume.
Regardless
And,
if a movie's good or bad, John, that guy, he always brings it.
Like,
Yeah.
Usually.
mealworms. Yeti's mealworms on the pizza
Yeah.
instead of maggots.
No. He's like, I hate anchovies, and he knocks the anchovy off, but it's covered with fucking
yeah, and those were
when they're at the party and they're leaving, he's telling Spawn, "Come on, you got a side order of potato salad waiting," because he's like fucking cooked. Before he gets the armor and stuff, and he's all burnt.
yeah.
Come on, we got a side order of potato salad waiting for you.
Which it had a lot of
or something.
it had a lot of good choices in it, like the Spawn makeup where they had him not in the costume for most of the movie. A lot of people didn't like that, but it was a creative choice to show the actor's face more.
All the stuff that wasn't CGI, that was actual makeup done, was good.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no.
then there was so much of it was CGI though too. It looked like a PS1 game,
Yeah, when he goes to hell.
Oh God.
Fucking Malvolja. Jesus.
Malvolja. And the
Like,
army of Spawns.
They should have just used a hand puppet for that. Like, honestly, I would have liked to. One of John's oven puppets would have been a better devil.
He's just sitting in lava. Like, he's just sitting there. It's just. He basically looks like a gigantic violator. Like the clown, but a gigantic one with hair.
Nah, it looked crap. It looked crap for the time.
Yeah.
Originally, they wanted hell just to be a dark room with a light. But then they were like, yeah, no. But in retrospect,
they're like, we want to go Hollywood hell, fire, brimstone, lava.
Captain Planet.
But yeah, I don't know. It had a lot of bad choices in it. Had a lot of good choices, but the bad outweighed the good.
Okay, Marty?
What, Art?
Is Jen okay, Marty?
Oh,
They just busy?
They just had to dust off. Something came up.
All right.
Nice
So also on my list, I've got Ega. Have you guys seen that? Fucking
Yeah,
Richard Keith.
Ega.
Is that where Jaws is a caveman? Yeah, that was a fun movie.
Caveman. You got Arch Hall Jr. singing the worst songs ever.
It was a fun movie.
You got 25 minutes of Arch Hall just running around in the desert going, Roxy, Roxy.
So annoying.
I like it when he's trying to get her to eat the giant meat bone, and then she ends up shaving him.
Eat the meat bone.
And he's just giving her stuff to eat and drink. And she's like looking at the guy like, oh, this is disgusting. And then she looks at him and she's like, very good. And she drinks.
Yeah, and she shaves her dad in that movie, which is weird. It's like, just don't shave your dad. It's kind of weird.
She shaves everyone.
It's a very strange movie. Poor Ega, he lost his 400-year-old beard. That sucks. Gotta be a bummer. I mean, they could have just cut the string, but don't forget to watch out for snakes. But that's obvious. The director off camera, they forgot to take that out in post. That's always nice. It is what it is. Also on this list, guys, I got another movie you guys have probably seen. I know Marty's seen it. Jack Frost.
Oh, with the snowman?
Yeah.
So are you talking about the
awesome.
Michael Keaton bad one, or the horror bad one, or both?
Both, really. Both.
I've never seen Keaton, but I've seen the one with he's a evil snowman and he's killing people.
Yeah. And what other movie do you see
Jack
where
Frost.
a snowman fucks a woman in a shower? What movie
Yeah.
do you see that?
Isn't there one called Jack Frost where there's an evil snowman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's what we're talking about, Art.
Yeah.
It's just bad. Who would have thought the way you defeat the snowman is radiator fluid? Of course.
Oh,
All right.
is that how they beat it?
Yeah, they use radiator.
I haven't seen the whole thing.
It's
That's
bad.
crazy.
It's bad, y'all. And also as a good companion piece, Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, which I submit the snowman in that movie looks more terrifying than the snowman in the horror movie.
CG
Oh.
monstrosity.
It's also
Gotcha.
got the British actor guy. I guess he's British, right, Marty? The guy from Full Monty.
Robert Carlyle.
He's kind of bigger.
Oh, yeah, the guy who plays I know the king. He was the king in the first season of Game of Thrones. Mark Addy. That's the actor's name. Mark Addy.
Yeah, I like him.
Sasha, Jaws from James Bond, not the shark.
Oh, huh.
All right. So another one I put in here, and we've talked about this recently. I think it was a few weeks ago or the other week. I don't know. I can't keep them all straight. Marty, I know you've seen this one. Zach. Bad movie, but I like it.
Fish. Guy wants to be a fish. Guy turns himself into a fish that looks more like a wild boar. Guy has sneakers on while he's a fish. Guy accosts a woman, tries to turn her into a fish, submerges her in shitty water. She
What?
drowns. What more do you want, lads?
Yeah.
It's such a weird choice to use a sewage treatment plant as your base of operations. Like, seriously, that was the filthiest pool I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
So I had that one on here. Also, I've got, this is another one we did on Watch Along. We got Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Marty, you missed that one. It was really bad, but it was good because it was bad. Robot John, guys. Robot John.
Robot John, and I love how the girl's reaction to thinking that a real shark's in the water with her is to bite the shark's head off.
Yeah, she bites the fish. She bites
I
the head
love
off.
it. I love it because she's like, I'm gonna eat it before it eats me. That's awesome.
You got Robot John pouring water and pills down a passed out astronaut's mouth, and it's just ridiculous because he's got the helmet on. He's pouring the water in the helmet all over the guy's face. Fuck, man. Love it. It's terrible. Another good bad movie I'd put up for nomination on this. I don't know, mixed feelings, but I think The Amazing Colossal Man sucks pretty hard, but it's also enjoyable. You guys seen that?
I have not seen that one.
Oh. Basically, Colonel Glenn Manning survives a nuclear blast. He's a military man. He's in the trenches at a nuclear test site, and a plane crashes in the nuclear test site, and he runs up to save the pilot. And the bomb goes off, and it burns all his skin off. So naturally, they wrap him in seaweed and bandages and say, well, he's going to die. We've done all we can. And the next morning, he's all better. And eventually, we can't. His fiance tries to find him. He's not at the hospital. No one knows where Glenn Manning is. Well, of course, he's in the middle of the desert in a giant circus tent in a giant diaper, and he is 50 feet tall. Okay. He grew all his skin back, too.
I wonder, did Stan Lee get the idea for the origins of the Incredible Hulk from that movie? Because, like, you know, this dude's like fucking watching a nuclear test, and Banner's like, fucking tear out and rescue this kid who fucking gets. It sounds very Hulk-like.
And like Glenn doesn't take it very well in the movie. He sort of has a mental breakdown. He's upset because he's big. He can't be with his fiance, and he keeps growing. That's the problem, is he keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's bad because they explain it in the film that because the heart is made of a single cell, it doesn't grow at the same rate.
What? Hold on a minute now.
Oh, so he gets sick and like dies from it, kind of? Because his heart can't grow?
But Marty,
never mind.
though.
I'm no doctor or scientist, but I don't think that's how that works.
Now, if the heart was made of a single cell, wouldn't it be microscopic?
Yeah.
So the army has to try and figure out a way to stop Glenn from growing because he's big for his age. And their solution, naturally, is a giant hypodermic needle filled with last-minute solution.
Right. Has anyone said Seed of Chucky yet?
No, we haven't, but yeah, that's a terrible movie, too.
Yeah.
I love Seed of Chucky.
Yeah.
I like Seed of Chucky
It's
better
bad.
than the original.
But I'm ashamed to say that there's some parts. Yeah, I'm with Trench.
I like it a lot. Like, although it's bad, but I do enjoy it more than the original.
I like Glenn and Glenda. I thought it was.
Man. And actually, speaking of Ed Wood, he actually had a movie called Glenn or Glenda, where
that's where they came up with the idea for the names, Trench.
Yeah, which is a reference. It's a big reference. So it's
Plus, he killed Britney Spears.
Say what?
Plus, Chucky killed Britney Spears. It's awesome.
That's not cool, though. I like Britney. Don't kill Britney Spears.
Yeah, but it's funny, though.
Leave Britney alone.
Leave Britney alone.
That's funny, though. It did look like that. Really did look like Britney Spears. I know it wasn't, but it looked good.
I did like where John Waters got his face dissolved.
Yeah.
Another movie I put up for discussion. Little Shop of Horrors, not the remake that's a musical, but the original Little Shop of Horrors.
I've never seen it.
Clunky.
That's Corman, right?
Yes,
yeah.
that is Corman at his most Cormanist. Most Cormanist.
I gotta see it because it gave us the musical, which is fucking awesome. So I gotta give the original a chance.
It's the plant, the Audrey 2 actually looks like a talking football.
That's cool.
More, eat me more. That's how it talks.
You also got an early role of the earliest role from Jack Nicholson in that movie.
You also have Dick Miller in that movie eating flowers.
Ooh.
Yay, Dick Miller.
Can't go wrong with Dick.
Flowers and eats them. It's great.
Dick Miller's a man.
Dick Miller's great. It's sad we missed. We won't be seeing him in any more movies. Bad happens. Another film I'm going to put up for discussion. We've watched it on Watch Along, so I know you guys have seen it. Drive-In Massacre.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that movie, Ethel. Fuck that movie.
No, it was great, Marty. You got a guy chopping people's heads off with a sword at the drive-in. It was great.
That ending.
Yeah.
Or the
One
lack
of the-
thereof an ending.
One
It's
of the
clear-
weaker ones, but it was great when there was just a random dude in a warehouse holding the chick hostage. Like that was good. It has nothing to do with the movie. It's just happening.
Yeah, that movie didn't play out so much as shit just happened. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's bad. It was bad. I mean, I admit it. It's a bad movie. You've got the creepy pervert watching people getting it on at the drive-in, and then you go to the police visit his apartment, and he's got porn on the wall out in the open in his living room. That's a little weird, but I guess he's a pervert. Not.
Not you, Art. Not you. Not you.
Second.
So I had to put that up. The ending is absolutely bullshit. You watch this entire movie, hour and a half, and you get to the last 5 minutes, and it makes no sense. And then you get to the ending, and it's just like fuck you, movie. But
I wonder if they were trying to be ambiguous, like they were trying to leave it like
ambiguous. And there's being a fucking
They do that sometimes.
Cock tease of a fucking movie.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying it was ambiguous. I'm thinking that's what the director was trying to do, and well, he couldn't do it.
All right.
All right. So next on the list is another movie we've watched, which it's no coincidence that these are movies we've watched together. I know Trenchy was here for this one. Not very many of you were, but he was here for this. It's thoroughly a bad movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Assignment Terror.
Oh, dude, it's fucking awesome, but also bad. And there's a vampire in it that looks like Nick Cage, that is Dracula, but he's a bitch.
Dracula is the biggest bitch ever in this movie. Basically, the plot.
What is it?
Assignment Terror. Basically, the plot of this movie is space aliens want to take over the world. So naturally, they inhabit the body of dead scientists and bring them back to life. And now they're in the dead scientist's body. And how are they gonna take over the Earth? Well, whatever space aliens want to do, they're gonna terrorize the citizens by bringing to life monsters. Of course, monsters. Yep. So they bring back Dracula, they bring back the mummy, they bring back the werewolf, and they even bring back hold on, not Frankenstein's monster, Dr. Franz Aladdin's monster.
What the fuck is that?
Well, that's Frankenstein's very distant cousin.
Disneyland?
Disneyland.
So they have these monsters and they want to terrorize all of mankind. They hold a woman hostage and try to brainwash her by tying her to a chair with sparklers. Okay. And
sparklers, like they burn her with them?
No, they're just there. They want to terrorize everybody, and they want to control people's minds. And the monsters end up fighting. We get some monster fights. Werewolf tries to save the day and defeats the mummy by trapping him in a giant hamster wheel and setting him on fire.
Which that inspired Pirates of the Caribbean too. The finale of that.
Which it's a terrible movie, but I love it because it's like, what the fuck am I even watching while I'm watching this film? Yeah, Dracula gets killed. He literally just slowly lets somebody stake him. No fight at all.
The mummy's pretty badass though. If you want a badass mummy.
The mummy is badass. The werewolf is badass, and he saves the day.
I got one. I don't know if it counts or not because some could say that it's better than the first one, but the sequel to the Swamp Thing, the old sequel
Oh,
for
yeah,
Swamp
that
Thing.
one.
With Heather Locklear.
Yeah,
With
I
Heather.
like that. And she grows like a little flower off her toe or something, or off her foot. It's like, boop.
Marty, didn't they do a Man-Thing movie?
They done a Man-Tin TV series. Yeah, no, you're right. They done a Man-Tin movie, which was terrible. They were trying to do a horror movie. It was fucking shite. Came out in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. But
I
it
heard
wasn't
about
even
that.
so bad. It's good. It was just bad.
Yeah, it was shit.
Swamp Thing 1 was pretty dope. The first Swamp Thing movie, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I like them both, but
Oh, I haven't seen part 2.
Part 2's, it's like crazy.
If you get a chance, guys, check out a movie called Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Oh God,
You're
is it
going
as
to
bad
hell.
as Vampire Hunter? Because that movie sucks.
No, it's better. It's fun. Jesus teams up with some luchadors to fight vampires, and there's a mummy, and there's wrestling, and Jesus has like fucking Mary Magdala, and she's in a cat suit, like fucking taking out vampires with a crossbow. You can't go wrong with it. If you get a chance, check it out.
That reminds me of another bad wrestling movie. You got WrestleManiac with fucking Rey Mysterio in it. Have you guys seen this?
Fuck yeah!
No, but that sounds awesome. Does Rey Mysterio kill people?
Yeah, he cuts their faces off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leatherface style.
What's the one with Hulk Hogan fighting Tiny Lister? And like it's really comedic. Like Joan Severance is in it, and she gets sexually assaulted. So the Hulk decides to like a fucking Little Rascals kind of thing. He scoops up the rapist on his motorbike and just is like carrying him along. He's like, ha 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 ha.
I know what you're talking about, because that's where they got the character Zeus from in wrestling. He came from that movie. Yeah. Yes.
Have you seen that one, Ethel?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that one.
There's a funny scene where like there's sexual tension between Joan Severance and Hulk Hogan, and she's like, well, you have to sleep on the floor. He's like, fine. And she wakes up, all of a sudden she hears, and she's like, what's he doing? And she looks behind the sheet, and he's just doing push-ups. He goes, you get a good look, because you thought he was wanking, and it was like...
Yeah, because that's where Zeus came from. I don't know if you know of Zeus, Ethel, but he appeared in a couple events on WWE. That's where he was actually born from, that movie.
Tiny Lister from the Friday movies.
Actually, Zeus was in, I think it was WCW. They brought him in. He was an actor instead of a wrestler, and he did some of the worst wrestling you could ever see.
Well, yeah, but Trench is right. He actually turned up first in WWF.
Does anyone remember Rikishi?
Oh yeah, remember Rikishi?
Didn't Rikishi accidentally kill someone?
Oh Jesus!
Or am I misremembering?
I don't think so. I mean, don't
yeah, I thought that's what happened. Like, they couldn't.
It might have. I wouldn't put it past Rikishi.
Crushed their head or something.
I could see Rikishi killing someone. He was big.
Total accident. I'm not saying it wasn't like on purpose. Accident.
Guys. Speaking of wrestling and terrible movies, favorite terrible movies. Hell Comes to Frogtown. Okay, so you got Rowdy Piper as this is like the best Duke Nukem movie never made. You got Rowdy Piper as the last fertile man on the planet, and he's to save a harem of women from mutant frogs. It's got Sandal Bergman. It's got a giant toad with an eye patch and three snakes for a dick. It's got like it's got a frog lady concubine. It's fucking.
Hey, remember, Trench is the one that said "fuck the frogs."
No,
It wasn't me.
Trench is gonna love this.
Whoa.
Rowdy Piper, because his semen is so important. I don't know why they did this, because if it's so important, but the human female resistance strap a bomb to his groin so no one can tamper with his fucking.
Like
And
Mad Max's car.
yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
but it's a fun movie. Ethel, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, you showed it to me. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Trench, if you get a chance, check it out, man. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a turkey for sure, but it's definitely it fits in with the theme here, and it's science fiction. Science fiction, man.
I like Final Destination too, but you might say that one is good.
Oh,
Or you might say
That's
it's
my
bad.
favorite.
Yeah.
Arch,
I like
we're
the car
talking about
crash.
turkeys here. We're talking about the worst of the worst.
That's what I'm
that you
saying.
enjoy.
You know, but some snobs would be like, "Oh, it's not as good as the first one."
Oh, you
You know.
are right. There are film snobs out there that act like
Yeah.
some genuinely good movies are awful. Like
Not me,
Maximum
though.
Overdrive.
Oh, that's a good one. That
Yeah,
would
I-
probably be on the list.
I
Just
don't
the
think
trailer
it's
alone
bad.
with Stephen King. All
Yeah, I
coked
think
up out of his
Maximum
mind.
Overdrive is just cheesy. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's just cheesy.
It is the greatest thing Stephen King's ever done was the commercial for it where he's all coked
Yes.
up talking about
Oh, he's poked out
I
of his head
directed
now.
it,
Fucking
and I
commercial.
kind of liked it. I'm going to scare the hell out of you.
His eyes bugging out of his head.
Yes.
Come here,
He
guys.
was
We're
so coked up.
getting off. We're getting off track here. We'll let Ethel get back to her list.
Queen.
I mean, you'll never look at Green Goblin the same again after that, for sure. Another terrible movie I put up here, but it's so bad it's good. Spore Crash.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, David. You got the fucking Star Crash.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff. It's a Star Wars ripoff, and if I'm not mistaken, Jack Palance gets fucking conked in the head by the set, which was not supposed to be happening at all. It's a fun movie.
You got the weird bondage cyborg.
Who's the fucking gorgeous one? She's like a scream queen from the 70s, and she was in the Sinbad movie, and she's oh Christ, oh she was in Christ Almighty, gorgeous scream queen. Oh Christ, I can't think of her name. Ethel, do you know who I'm talking about? What's her name again?
I can't remember her name. Oh. Star Crash.
No, I haven't seen it.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
Carolyn Monroe, that's it.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't remember who said Jason Takes Manhattan, but I'll say Jason X.
I
thought that one was more entertaining than.
I love Jason.
I feel like Jason X is too self-aware.
Yeah.
It has one of the best kills with the frozen head that he busts open.
What it is.
Oh yeah, but I like it when he's not even out of the cryogenic and he already chops the dude's arm off, and the guy has to get his arm put back on.
Yeah, but they have this super futuristic type thing where it automatically closes the wound up and like dopes him up so much that he instantly starts like laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a cool movie. I like it. So I don't know if it's necessarily a turkey. I mean, I guess you could put it up there. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. I like it.
We got the dude outfitting the droid with like nipples and they're falling off like they're not sticking on right.
Yeah, I mean they
I get it.
For sheer comedy.
I like the fact that David Cronenberg is like not too snobby that he turns up in the movie and gets killed like 5 minutes in.
Yeah. So another
Cronenberg. Oh, my bad, Apple. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying, Trench? Because I was gonna shift the subject, so you got to go. What were you saying?
Well, I was just gonna ask which one was Cronenberg.
He's the scientist with the glasses who gets his cane thrown through his chest at the start.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't recognize him.
Well, we go.
I like Does
Sorry,
anyone
Art?
else like Hot Fuzz?
Yeah,
Kinda
that's a comedy, though. That's a comedy.
Yeah,
That's a good movie. That's a good movie, yeah.
it is a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Now
sure
you
what
go-
his name. It's
It's
not as
so
good as
good.
Shaun of the Dead. It's not as good as Shaun of the Dead, but
No, but it's still a decent movie. We go from Jason in space to Leprechaun in space. Leprechaun 4, guys. This movie's
oh
terrible.
man, yeah.
Fucking
And
Dr.
there's even a Hellraiser in space. It's never ending.
But what do you guys
Didn't all the leprechauns count for this?
say? What, Trent?
Didn't essentially all the leprechauns, besides maybe the newest one, count for this? Because the newest one is actually pretty good. But
It is.
I like most of them, though.
But potentially they
They're-
could all
they're
be
fun.
up for it. But I would say the worst of the bunch is Leprechaun 4, but it's the one I like the most. It's so
I
bad.
agree. Leprechaun 4 is
Yeah.
awesome. I like the dude that is like in the chair. and
Is
has
that the
weird
one where he's in Las Vegas? Or is no?
That's the third one.
yeah,
Third
okay.
one's in Las Vegas.
I kind of like the Las Vegas one. Thought that was kind of fun.
Well, they got the stuff with the magician. That's kind of cool. Marty, you're
Yeah.
awfully quiet on this subject.
I do not like this franchise. I do not like representation
Oh, God.
of what is a mythological staple of my country.
Okay, Marty, this is the only stream where you can rep Leprechaun Origins.
Right, yeah, okay. I like
Yeah.
Leprechaun Origins because it's the closest to what leprechauns are supposed to be like. Feral fucking little bastards that
Okay.
will tear your bollocks off if you
You,
fucking.
you'd recommend that one? Because I haven't seen it.
I think it's good,
Yeah.
but it's not as fun. It takes itself very seriously. But I just don't like the Leprechaun franchise. All you know is going to keep stoning. Oh, fucking Leprechaun.
Hornswoggle should have
I
talked in the
prefer
movie.
Hellraiser in space over Leprechaun in space, I think.
I like Bloodlines. I actually like
Yeah,
Bloodlines.
Even though it's kind of hard to follow because it's so damn complicated and intricate.
No, it's not.
It's crazy.
All right, so it's too complicated. You got Pinhead in space. You got the giant cube. It's kind of cool.
It keeps going back like to different
I like that
timelines.
though.
Like,
I like that aspect, Art, because you see what Pinhead got up to, like in
oh
fucking
no, I'm
early
saying I
times
like
in the
it.
future.
I like it. It can just confuse me though. Like, what's going on now? What's going on now? But I like it though. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I got another movie. Not horror, but maybe we could consider it science fiction. Chatterbox. Have you guys seen this?
Uh,
Oh,
No.
is that with the singing vagina you keep talking about?
Yeah. It's
yeah,
sort of
definitely
used-
haven't seen it.
You've got a woman who has a singing vagina, and her vagina is so good at singing that she becomes a star from her
I
singing
love
vagina.
Marty's face right now.
Does
Says
it
it
give
all.
a monologue? Does it give a
Say what?
monologue? Does it give a monologue? Does it literally give a vagina monologue?
No monologue, but it gets her in trouble because it talks and like it'll say things that she might be that she might be thinking when like she sees a hot guy or something, and then people hear it and they think she said it, and it's a comedy, but it's pretty bad. Oh, fucking Sasha's heard of it.
Oh, Sasha's still with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sasha's
I
still with
think I like
Sasha, do you have any you'd add to this list?
Well, I don't know. So I thought I'd put that in the discussion. I don't know. People haven't seen it. That's cool. Another one I put up for discussion is Sorceress. Have you guys seen that?
Ah, I think I have.
The playmates. Two playmates play kind of fucking. They're not sorcerers. They're just fucking twins. It's kind of like the one with the Barbarian twins.
I'm thinking about Warlock. Never mind.
They've got a horny satyr in it, so that's funny.
Yay!
Yeah. Have you seen this movie? You ought to see it. You'd like it.
No, but there's a goat person in it, so I'm down.
There's a goat person. It's actually available on Amazon Prime for free. So check it out.
Nice.
I'd put it up for it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's simple, Sasha. It's just a film that people might not like, but you like it. You can't overthink it, really.
It's a film that sucks. Like bad execution, bad acting, bad special effects, just bad all around. But for some reason,
like a kind of campy cult movie.
Yeah.
Another prime example would be Miami Connection, which I fucking adore.
Oh, with the motorcycle ninjas.
Yeah.
Ron showed me that.
And the song, Friends to Eternity, Loyalty, Honesty. I love that fucking song. Dragon's Crown.
So yeah, definitely put Miami Connection in there. I'm gonna go with another Christmas movie, guys. Another Christmas movie. Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny. Have you guys seen this?
That sounds amazing. Does Santa Claus eat the bunny?
That sounds crazy.
The bunny isn't even made of ice cream. That's the weirdest part. This is like from the 1970s. Basically, Santa Claus crashes his sleigh in Florida, and his sleigh is stuck in the sand, and he can't get it out. And he calls on the children to help him get the sleigh out. So they try various animals. They try a cow, they try a donkey, they try a gorilla, they try all sorts of animals to pull this sleigh out, and none of them work. Meanwhile, it looks like Santa has shit himself. I don't know why. I think it's the dye on the black chair in the sleigh, but that's a thing. And so because he's stuck in the desert, he starts telling these kids a story. He tells them about Thumbelina, and it randomly cuts to some other movie that takes place at Pirates World, where there are children going to an amusement park called Pirates World, and they hear the story of Thumbelina. So it's Santa Claus telling a story about a kid hearing the story of Thumbelina at an amusement park.
Fucking trippy.
And at the last minute, the ice cream bunny shows up on a fire truck to save Santa.
He's a fireman. That's awesome.
It's okay, Sasha, if you can't think of one.
Is this animated?
Oh, wait, Bill and Ted?
It's live action.
Oh,
And
does the bunny get to spray someone with the water hose?
No, it's really dangerous because this bunny it's a guy in a costume driving an antique fire truck, and it's obvious he can't see where the hell he's going, and there's so much child endangerment. It's ridiculous. The 70s were a wild time, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised it's Florida. No offense, Art, but I'm not surprised it's Florida.
Wait, what happened? What took place in Florida?
A rabbit drove a fire engine onto the beach and nearly killed children.
To save Santa.
Hey,
And
Dan.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Zardos. Sasha's saying Zardos.
Sean Connery in red fucking bondage gear with a World War I revolver fighting a floating fucking head and a bunch of dudes kidnapping women on a beach with a net. Yeah, John Boorman was on some fucking serious drugs.
Oh man.
I've never seen it, but we have a troll. He doesn't come around anymore. His name's a Mighty Penis, and he always quotes that movie.
Oh yeah, that dude.
What a way to troll people. I'm just going to show up on your stream and quote Zardos.
He's cool. He was a good Mighty Penis.
I wouldn't even call him a troll, really. He's just kind of,
Yeah, he was more of a comedian.
So another film I'm going to put up for discussion. I don't know if people have seen it or not, but Phantom Planet. Have you guys seen this one?
Nope.
Is the planet a ghost?
No, but the planet looks like a chicken McNugget, and it moves around in space.
oh, fucking Highlander 2 is a good one, DMC. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but aren't they aliens in that movie?
Yeah, fucking something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Sasha. This is what we're talking about. Movies that suck, but we like them anyway. Which I should have put a ticker on the bottom of this, and I didn't do that.
You're good. No worries.
I just that's
If you
what I
think
forgot.
of one, throw it in there, Sasha.
Yeah,
There are no wrong answers, you know.
No.
I liked it, but it was really bad and it had really slow points. I'm gonna put up Curse of the Swamp Creature, which we've all watched.
Yeah.
Is that the one with where they spend how long on a fucking hovercraft trying to get to the fucking location, and the dude has a swimming pool filled with alligators, which is obviously stock footage. Oh, fuck that movie, Ethel. Fuck that movie.
Put
it's
the
so
alligators, Marty.
Sasha, my first answer was The Never-Ending Story, and no one agreed with it. So you're good. You just come up with one.
I like it though. You're rewarded at the end of the movie because you finally get the swamp creature, the alligator man. He's great.
Alligator man.
But the alligators, Marty, give a better performance than the people. That's impressive. You never see that. Those alligators deserve Oscars.
I love how in the middle of the movie they just start dicking around on a boat for 20 minutes and nothing happens.
Fuck that movie.
Jason Takes
Fuck
Manhattan?
that movie.
Is that what you're Oh, no, never mind. Just playing.
Oh,
dude.
Sasha's bringing up Valerian.
That's the one that it's a Luc Besson movie, sci-fi movie with the cute one with the eyebrows and Dane DeHaan. I think he's picking it up because Rihanna is in it as a sexy alien woman.
Oh, she's in it, and that's definitely the one. That's definitely the reason.
All right, so another movie I'm going to put up there, definitely science fiction, and I hope you guys have seen it. This is another Peter Graves movie, The Beginning of the End. Have you guys seen this?
No, I don't think.
No.
Well, basically,
If I have, I don't remember.
well, a scientist and his deaf assistant invent a super grain with and super tomatoes, and they invent these with radiation, and they make them huge, and they have the grain stored in a silo, and some grasshoppers get into the silo and they ate the grain, and the grasshoppers grow huge and they start eating people.
Sounds like Food of the Gods, or the terrible movie with the rats, which the rats were definitely killed and injured on the set of.
It's kind of like that, except the grasshoppers are huge, Marty. They're like the size of like a big rig, and they end up climbing buildings like King Kong, and the buildings are just postcards.
Nice.
They use grasshoppers in this film.
That could lead on to another one that I like. That I know you have a soft spot for, because Leonard McCoy is in it. Night of the Lepus. Fucking Lepus.
Yeah.
Fucking Lepus. I got that on the list too. That's like number 10 on the list, I think. But yeah, no, I got Night of the Lepus on there with the giant rabbits, guys, giant bunnies.
Goddamn.
Terrifying.
And they're trying to make them look big by putting the little Brussels sprouts. Oh, look, they're eating cabbages. And just little Brussels sprouts.
There's one that I like that's kind of like a B movie-ish, The Dentist from the 90s.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. Not
See, I'm glad-
many people know about it.
I'm glad
gotta
Mr.
see it.
heard of the beginning of the end. Glad he's heard of it.
Where he's torturing the person with the teeth and he's using the tool. It makes my teeth hurt.
Hey,
Yo,
So-
damn.
How about this? How about this, guys? Want to talk about bad movies? How about we talk about Graydon Clark for a second? Have you guys ever seen any of his movies?
Who is that?
He did Hobgoblins. He also did Final Justice, and he did Angel's Revenge. Have you guys seen any of these movies?
no.
I think
Sadly,
Hobgoblins, they tried to capitalize on fucking, oh Christ. What's that fucking one with the they're gonna eat me and then they're gonna eat her.
Troll
Troll
2.
2.
Troll, yeah.
Wait.
That's another one that should be on the list.
DMC Campbell asks, have you seen Halloween at On Ethel's yet?
No, I have not seen it yet. I haven't had time to watch it.
Wait, Ethel, is Hobgoblins the one that got 2 sequels that are like kids films that are like Munchie and Munchies?
It doesn't have anything to do with Munchie or Munchies, but it did get a sequel of its own. It's the one where there's a security guard and he's training a new security guard, and they work at a film company. And in the film vault, there are hobgoblins locked away.
Oh, wait, I think there's a horror movie called Munchies that got 2 kids movie sequels. My bad.
There is.
I got confused. I'm sorry.
I think you're right, Mr. Dan. It came without warning. That's another Graydon Clark film.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen. I think I've mentioned Final Justice before. It came up in one of your watch-alongs. That's a Clark movie. That's Joe Don Baker in it, which he's kind of a movie actor. If you ever seen one, where he plays.
Has anyone seen any Neil Breen films?
Fuck. He plays this homicidal sheriff. He goes on shooting people, and he ends up having to fucking bring a mobster back to Malta, and then hijinks ensue. So, I don't know if you guys have seen that. And Art, you seen Neil Breen?
Huh? Yeah.
You mentioned Neil Breen?
Yeah. Anyone seen any Neil Breen films?
Yeah, Double Down.
Yeah.
And Twisted Pair.
Yeah.
Breen's fucking insane.
Dangerous Findings or Fatal Findings. Yeah.
Fatal Findings.
Where like
Breen is essentially,
all the politicians at the end start committing suicide and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's insane.
Breen is essentially a real estate agent who has too fucking much money and just has like all these fucking radical ideas.
Too many Indiegogos and GoFundMes.
Yeah. There's I don't know which movie it is, but there's one where his friend kills himself and he's like, I cannot believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe it.
Fuck yeah. I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot
just can't believe
you
it.
committed suicide. So fucking funny. He's almost like a lunatic, like genius, though, because it's fucking hilarious at the same time.
Well, I don't know about
It's
genius there.
hilarious.
But
it's just a perfect movie to like riff on. I can't believe he committed suicide.
Oh, thanks,
I mean,
killing.
he is like the Room on steroids.
Thanks, Killing. Crunch, is that the one with the killer turkey?
Yeah, he gets a woman pregnant. It's awesome.
I like the poster for that one where it says "Gobble gobble, motherfucker." It's a great tagline.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. Did it actually say that on the case? Were they able to say it? Or was it like, yeah, oh, cool.
And it's actually a bad turkey movie that could be considered a turkey.
Yeah, it's one of the few Thanksgiving horror movies as well, so it's got that going for it. Oh yeah, there's Thanksgiving, gobble gobble, motherfucker. What a great tagline for any movie, honestly.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
All right, here's another bad movie from the 70s. Have you guys seen The Deadly Bees?
No.
is that the one with Michael Caine?
No, that's basically the plot of the movie is there's a pop singer and she's overworked and she faints on stage, so her agent decides to send her to the nastiest, disgusting farm ever. And she starts living on the farm, and apparently the guy keeps bees on the farm. He's experimenting with the bees. And there's a neighbor who also keeps bees, but he keeps his bees in his living room, which is kind of weird. And he's experimenting with the bees too. And the bees go on a killing spree. The bees kill the farmer's wife. The bees kill the farmer's dog. The bees are killing people, guys. And this pop singer tries to discover who is killing who.
Bee killing.
Yeah.
Right there.
The pop singer has to discover who is controlling the killer bees, the deadly bees. And
I know, Mother Nature.
Oh, see, Mr. Dan has seen it. Mr. Dan has seen the deadly bees. Yeah, it's I love it. It's hilarious. It's so bad. The acting's pretty bad. It's just bad. My favorite line from the movie, the dog's meat. Have you seen it? Is there a stinger at the end? I think there's always a stinger at the end of a bee. But it's a good movie to watch because it's just so shit, and it's hilarious. You've got the farmer's angry, chain smoking wife. I don't know. Check it out, maybe, possibly. It was again. This is another one of these 1970s movies, so maybe that's where it is. Oh, Killdozer.
That sounds fun, DMC.
When you find something funny, just don't laugh. Is that normal behavior? Because that's me. I don't normal behavior, but I don't think it's anything to worry about.
I love Sasha. Yeah.
Yeah, the wife is very miserable, and it's just like she utterly hates her husband, the house, everything around her but the little dog. So next, say what?
No, I said, look at the little doggy.
So next up on the list, let's see what else do I have on here. Oh, Boggy Creek 2, guys. Have you seen Boggy Creek 2?
No.
No.
That one's also really bad. Basically, you've got a college professor who takes his students out into the woods because he teaches. I guess he teaches about Boggy Creek and the Boggy Creek creature, and it's basically they're looking for Bigfoot, and so he takes them out in the woods. He's got like a little tiny camper and a Jeep, and a friggin' Bigfoot radar, apparently. I don't know where you get a Bigfoot, but he had a Bigfoot radar. I'd rather have a Bigfoot pickup, but you know, they go around looking for Bigfoot. They collect stories from people who have seen the Boggy Creek creature, and they end up on an island in the middle of the lake with this guy named Crenshaw who wears dirty overalls and is always tending to his fires, and
Yes.
he captured the little creature, the creature's child, and that's why I guess it is terrorizing him, and that's why he's got fires, and it's bad, but it's fun.
Before I forget, Tremors 3. It went straight to video, and but I liked it.
Mac was talking to me about it today. I've never
Tremors
seen
3 back to perfection.
Didn't like it.
I got it on VHS from Walmart when it first came out, and I thought it was fun. I thought it was okay. You know.
Isn't there something called an ass blaster in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they bring the original girl back from the first. Well, not the girl, the woman, but the little girl that's on the pogo stick.
Arlie
They bring her
Salmon
back.
from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, which is
She was
kind of
next to
fun.
Jurassic Park. They brought her back for that.
It's kind of fun. And Bert has to make a potato gun at the end to fight the ass blasters because they don't have any guns. So he has to like rig up a potato gun with pipes and stuff.
That
Yeah, it's
sounds
pretty
epic.
bad. Tremors 4 is pretty bad too. We're in
I
the
can't
old.
really remember 4. Is that the one where they're in the Wild West days?
Yeah, it's the origin.
And he has
The
that
origin.
massive fucking gun, the bunt gun or whatever.
The knock. It was a knock gun they used.
Yeah.
And it had been basically the guys had dug into a mine, and there was a bunch of tremor eggs in there, and that's where the tremors came out of.
Ah, and that's where the perfection was going to be, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
like in the same, yeah. I like how it kept evolving through the different movies. Like the first one, it was just one Tremor, and the second one, it was Tremors and the walking things, and then in the third one, you got Tremors, the walking things, and then the ass blasters. Like I like how it just keeps throwing new stuff.
Like, I don't know. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of the thing I didn't like about it. Is like I liked the original concept.
Just until 3.
Say what?
You know, just until 3, because once they kept going past ass blasters, then it did get too much. Like I think there was another creature, but I can't really remember what it is.
I preferred it when they were just worms that had snakes that came out of their.
Oh yeah, the
But-
first one's the best one.
Like if they kept going with it. Oh, sorry, Marty. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, as bad as the movies are, the TV show is Jesus
Dude.
Christ. The TV show is fucking laughable.
I still I enjoyed some of the episodes, just the funness of them, and I was young.
That I cut across the till you were saying. Sorry. Well,
No, it's good. I forgot what I was gonna say anyway. But no, that's one to consider. For sure. It got worse as it went on.
Definitely.
Maybe if they just kept with the original concept and stopped evolving the creatures, it might have been a bit better. Maybe. I mean,
The
it's
first one is like a mystery horror. Like you don't know what's going on at first. They think it's a person that's killing people. It's kind of like a mystery through a lot of the movie.
well, the first one, art is more of an ode to kind of old B movies, like
Yeah.
giant ants and shit in the deserts and
But
stuff like
they
that.
do it beautifully, though. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think there was anything cheesy about the, The first Tremors.
Yeah, the first one's great. I love the first one.
I think the first Tremors is like the first Terminator, you know? Pure before they brought in like the T-1000 and stuff, and it started getting more complicated.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't like that.
I got another one I want to get to because I know Trenchy's seen this movie and I know he likes it. I like it too. It universally it's got some hate from the fans, but it does have a very small following. All Monsters Attack from the Godzilla franchise.
Oh, yes, that has the talking little Godzilla in it.
Yeah, Manila.
I love that guy.
Say what, Trench?
Gardena says I have to learn to fight my own battles. He's so funny. I want a little guy.
I've never seen Tank Girl, Sasha, but it looked interesting.
Trench, is that the one that has the little kid Kenny in it?
He teaches, little Godzilla teaches this kid to stand up to bullies.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, and little Godzilla, Minya, he is bullied by another monster called Gabra, who has red hair.
It's awesome.
Isn't Godzilla a bit of a prick of a dad because he lets his son get beaten up by giant mantises or some shit?
Well, no, Godzilla also stomps on his son's tail to try to teach him how to breathe fire.
Maybe he just wanted him to learn to stand up for himself or something like that.
Well, yeah, he told him he has to fight his own battles.
Well, he's Godzilla. He should be able to fight his own battles. Yeah.
No, it's not a full moon movie. It's Toho. It's Godzilla.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think it's got a fun message. Like it's a fun movie. It's got a great message to it. It's silly, and I like that.
I'll add the People Under the Stairs.
That's a good movie.
We think these are good movies, but many people don't, though.
Art's on a whole nother level right now. He is thinking outside the box.
I love this movie, but I know for a fact there's other people that are just like, I didn't.
Yeah, but
I didn't get it.
Art,
I didn't like
a shit movie though.
It's the beauty is in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. I don't think so. There's some.
I get where Art's coming from.
But
I think
someone else that didn't like it would say, "Yeah, it is a shitty movie."
No, but I think the point of the stream is Ethel's talking about movies that we recognize are shit, but we enjoy them nonetheless.
Ooh, fun fact! In Godzilla Attack, baby Godzilla looks like a piece of shit.
But no, he doesn't. Baby Godzilla does not look like a piece of shit.
He does. It's awesome.
I recognize that it's subjective, but there's a certain point where a movie is flawed in such a way that it's obvious what its flaws are. And sometimes those flaws are hilarious and entertaining, which is why we like it, which is why we call it a turkey.
Yeah. Again, we recognize that the movie sucks balls, but we get enjoyment out of the fact it's incompetent in its directing and its acting in all of the above. That's the point.
Would Street Trash count? Would Street Trash count?
Street Trash. I haven't seen Street Trash.
Oh, it's great. It's about this guy selling beer to homeless people that makes them explode and melt into pretty colors that is made of acid. And they chop off this dude's penis and they play hot potato with it. And then he finally gets his penis back and he jumps on the back of a school bus to try to get to the hospital.
No, apparently not, Sasha.
Yeah, I'd allow it. I'll allow it. I haven't seen it, but I'll allow it. Did you see that one at all, Marty?
I did, yeah. It's fun. I think Tred's dead right. There's a guy who's on a shitter drinking this Cobra beer. It's toxic. It's a
Oh
toxic chemical.
no.
He melts
Go.
into the toilet. He literally melts into the fucking toilet.
So that's definitely got to go in there. Another movie that I think is kind of a turkey, and I don't know, maybe this is too good of a movie to put up here, maybe not. I think it's kind of shit. But the Lost in Space movie.
Some of it was cool. Some of it I just found it boring. It's
Yeah.
just like,
So, I mean, I put it up there. So it is what it is. Try to see. Do I have anything else on the list? There's tons of these kinds of movies. It's impossible to cover them all, especially in the span of 2 hours. You got the giant claws, big as a battleship.
yeah, what the fuck? It's a plane. Why are they obsessed with battleships? Like, it's a plane maybe, but not a fucking battleship.
Well, because
Like, have you
battleships.
seen that one, Trench?
What is that the one you showed me with the giant turkey monster
Yeah.
with the goofy face? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. I watched that with you on a watch along. It was our
Oh
very
yeah. I done the
we
watch
did
along with that.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I done that, and I done fucking Fiend Without a Face.
That was actually the very first watch along we did together, me and you,
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was great. That was great.
I
And
remember that.
you adored the fucking giant bird or the giant claw.
Yes.
Gotta love the giant turkey puppet.
Originally, they were going to try and get something from Stan Winston, but they're like, let's save the money and kind of outsource to Mexico, and they got this fucking. As Brandon's reviews, I don't know if you watch them. It looks like a turkey that fucked a deadite.
It's awesome. I like his googly eyes.
And any more turkey suggestions, Ethel?
I think we got them all. I mean, unless you guys have anything I didn't mention you want to mention before we round things down here or wind things down.
Well, myself and Jen have covered some, like, for example, Hard Ticket to Hawaii, where there's like a group of federal agents who go around in bikinis, and not only have to stop a diamond smuggling operation, they also have to avoid being attacked by a snake that's been fed cancer-infested rats and now has HIV as a result. Yeah, it's a fun watch. There's a guy who's armed with a shotgun and a blow-up doll who attacks our heroes on a skateboard, and they blow him up with a rocket launcher, and the snake comes up out of the toilet. Yeah, it's a fun movie. Waterworld. I actually kind of like Waterworld.
Where else are you gonna see Kevin Costner drink his pee?
That movie was in so much trouble, and its production lasted so long. They got the nickname of Fish Tar because, like, Ishtar was another movie. Fish Tar, they called it. But yeah.
Oh, there's a movie called Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties, and like it's pretty bad, but it's fun. They even ripped off the theme from the Jeffersons, apparently, and that's where I first heard it. And Garfield sings about it while he's being pampered because he ends up replacing this prince cat. And then there's an evil butler trying to kill him, and there's a pit bull and a talking duck. It's great.
Okay.
Oh, also, Tim Curry's in it at some point, and there's an evil butler that runs around. He has like I think he had a crossbow, and he's like trying to kill the cat in front of everybody with the crossbow, trying to kill Garfield.
Worth a look.
And it's like a medieval crossbow.
I'd also Jesus, I haven't seen that, but like it sounds pretty bad. But it's a kids' film, so can you really judge it this on the same scale?
I don't think kids movies should be given a pass because, like, you shouldn't sell kids too short. Like my niece and nephew, they're like 6 and 8, and they've watched stuff, and they're like, "This is crap." Like I showed them Mitchell's versus the Machines. You want a good kids movie to watch? Check that out. It's on Netflix. It's fun, and the whole time, like, there's a bit where they're attacked by a giant Furby. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I actually kind of like King Ralph, but that's just me. That's just me. Another movie I'd like to mention briefly, which I don't think any of you have probably seen it. I've seen it. It's another 70s film. It's a Joe Don Baker film. Have you guys seen Mitchell?
No, what's it about?
Mitchell.
Who's Mitchell?
Joe Don Baker is. He's a cop.
He's a cop, you idiot.
All right. Well, basically the movie, in the movie, Joe Don Baker plays the cop. He's kind of a dirty slob of a cop, and there's a murder that is actually a frame-up in a mobster's house, and Joe Don Baker is told not to investigate this, and he investigates it anyway, and then the mob boss tries to buy him off by treating him to a hooker, and then there's a weird scene where he's having sex with the hooker underneath the blanket, and there's like a baby oil on the nightstand, and it's kind of weird. And the hooker ends up falling in love with Joe Don Baker, even though he keeps arresting her for prostitution, even though he's doing her. He also arrests her for marijuana too, which is he's a cop. He's a good cop, but he's a bad cop. And it ends up with a showdown on a boat with the mobster, and it's weird. Joe Don Baker just shoots people in this movie a lot. He catches a guy by shooting him. Okay, he plays a lot of characters where he just shoots people. Kind of a homicidal character actor, I guess. But yeah, Mitchell, check it out. It's pretty bad, but I like it. It's funny.
Ethel, have you seen a movie called Double Team?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Is that the one with Dennis Rodman and the tiger?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He plays a government agent who has to take out Mickey Rourke's terrorist, but he ends up killing his son by mistake. So the agency punishes him and sends him to an island to retire, quote unquote retire. But he escapes when he finds out his family's in danger. So he has to team up with an arms dealer played by Dennis Rodman, who talks in basketball puns. And his organization is put together by a group of machine gun toting monks who help him track down fucking Mickey Rourke to Rome, because Mickey Rourke has kidnapped Van Damme's child, his toddler.
Best ending to a movie ever.
So Mickey Rourke has taken over the Colosseum and put landmines all over the Colosseum and tricks Dennis Rodman and Van Damme into the Colosseum to fight, but also releases a tiger into the Colosseum while they're fighting that's covered in landmines, and Mickey Rourke steps in the landmine. The guys use the opportunity to escape. The tiger jumps on Mickey Rourke. Who fucking explodes, setting off the landmines, and the guys have to climb in behind a Coke. Is it a Coke or Mountain Dew machine?
I think it's Coke. It's a soda machine, and the Coke machine saves their lives from the explosion.
Like Indiana Jones.
It's so amazing. It's like one of my favorite action movies of all time because you will never see a tiger attacking a bad guy while a coliseum is exploding and the good guys are saved by a soda machine. Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
I gotta see this movie.
It
I
makes
gotta
the
watch
fucking
this movie.
bridge scene in Indiana Jones look like a fucking dog.
And like Dennis Rodman is like wearing this weird like clothing the whole time.
Yeah, he's wearing this lycra fetish glow in the dark gear, and
He's
he
got
talks in
blonde hair.
basketball puns. He
Yeah.
talks in basketball metaphors, like the offense is the best defense. It's like, what am I watching? What the fuck
I
am I
want to
watching?
hang out with Dennis Rodman. He's insane, and that's a good thing.
He is
The
insane.
tiger gets blown to bits as it's eating Mickey fucking Rourke.
It's so
Right.
good. It's so good.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll definitely check. It's probably on Tubi. I bet it's on Tubi.
I have it on DVD. Like I don't own many movies, but I have it on DVD because it's a must own.
It's wonderful. It's oh my god. It's fucking
All right.
nice.
So we've covered a lot of material here, guys. We are on the 2-hour mark, and I think I still need to save some stream time. So we're gonna have to, unfortunately, wind things down. It's been really good. I guess since they're not here, so I'm gonna go directly to Marty. What's coming next from you? What's the next thing on the docket?
Okay, well, first off, guys, I have this big project called VHS Memories, an ode to video rental stores. I'm looking for people to contribute a segment, roughly 5 to 7 minutes. Can be longer if you want, but we'll have to cut it down. Where I'm going to be basically doing a video on people's fond memories of their video rental stores. Maybe something quirky about the store. Maybe something you liked about your local store. Did you rent a movie over and over again instead of buying it? Did you get tricked by a VHS because the cover looked cool but the movie was shit? And do you think kids are missing out nowadays? Yeah, so that's, again, the deadline is December 2nd. Anyone and everyone, no matter what size channel, if you just do the video, unlist it and link it to me, I will download it and I will cobble it together. Also, Jen and Christian have a new Tales from the Crypt video out at the moment, and myself and Jen just released as well last night a new Trash Fire Cinema. So,
It's a lot of fun. Trench, what's next, buddy? What do you got going on?
Well, I don't know. Things will happen when they happen. I apologize. This channel is not professional.
Don't apologize, Trench. You do wonderful work. Don't apologize. You're a jewel to have around as well. As far as I go, guys, this Friday, there'll be a watch along. I haven't put the voting up yet. I was considering doing Werewolf of Washington and just picking it myself, but I think I want to save that for not next November, but the November after, because it'll be an election year, and that'll be a good movie to watch when everybody's talking politics. So keep an eye out on Twitter for the vote for that. Next Sunday, I am going to be doing Sci-Fi Sunday again. We're going to be talking about the colonization of space, keeping in spirit with Thanksgiving and the theme. So we're going to be talking about movies that take place on planets where they're colonizing the planet or where they're just colonizing space. TV shows as well. We'll be talking about TV shows where that happens as well. So definitely check that out. Join me for that, and join me Friday for whatever we're watching. I don't know. You can vote on Twitter at _Ethel_Cross_, and look for it. It'll be up. I'll be posting the videos to the movies to vote for soon. And just thank you for joining me tonight. I was joined tonight by my good friend Marty, the Trash Picture Show. my other good friend Trenchy, Soulless Trenchcoat. I was joined by Jen and Christian from Jen's Reviews of the Grave, and I was joined by Art from his channel, Art. So check these people out, subscribe to them, watch their videos. If you like what I do, you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. If you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. Tell me why. Tell me I suck. I can take it. I can take it. And take it a lot.
Just
Leave a
saying.
comment. leave a comment in the comment field. Say something. Well, listen. Contact me on Twitter. Talk to me there. I'll talk to you. If you really like this, you're really enthused about these kinds of videos, subscribe, and then you'll know every time it happens. And you don't have to friggin' look for it each weekend. I don't know why you'd search for it if you're going to watch it anyway. But subscribe. And I want to thank anybody who's joined me. We were joined in the chat. We had Sasha. We had Mr. Dan and Horror. We had friggin' DMC Campbell. We had Kelly. We had friggin' who else did we have in here? We had Full Moon. We had Full Moon in the chat. And I friggin' don't know who else we had.
Werewolf in New Jersey.
Oh yes, we had Werewolf in New Jersey. Fucking can't forget about him.
Oh.
Yay! So thank everybody in the chat, and thank you to all of you who were watching who weren't in the chat, but you were just sort of lurking. I still appreciate you. Thank you, and join me next week, guys. Adios.
Stay frosty.
Shawallow.